Hey guys, I'm currently here in Vichy, France. I'm actually passing through on my way to. I don't care! Don't mention France again! Whoa, sorry. Didn't mean to cause you an aneurysm. Welcome back to another video. And as you can see, it is raining. Obviously, due to climate change and the planet boiling. Anyway, hopefully the audio is copacetic. I went to Darius Truxton's live stream, his last few live streams, and in the transcripts, I searched for any mention of the word Iran. Lo and behold, Darius Truxton is giving his clueless opinion on the situation involving Iran. Okay? Now, before I respond, Darius Truxton, let me make something clear to you in no uncertain terms. I will make this simple for the simple-minded to understand, okay? If I am driving down the street in Hamilton, Ontario, okay, and my transmission explodes and I'm stranded in Hamilton, Ontario, okay, and some guy comes walking by, some loser with an M&M haircut, triple XL baggy tarpaulin looking clothes, carrying a box of chicken tenders on his way to 2772 with his bicycle in hand. Okay, if that guy comes to me telling me that I need to do this and I need to do that to fix my transmission, I'm not taking advice from you. You know nothing about mechanical issues. You've never shifted gears in your life. So your opinion on my mechanical issue is unwarranted. It's irrelevant. It's uneducated. I don't want to hear it. Do you understand? Good. So, you being a welfare collector, you're unemployed. If you are employed, you're doing basic menial tasks like cleaning floors, mopping toilets, washing dishes in Burger King. Like, you know nothing about politics. I don't want to hear your opinion on geopolitics. Okay? Do you understand? Well, no, you don't understand because you're sitting there sniveling on your live stream talking about the attack on Iran. So Darius Truxton says it's a good thing that the United States has attacked Iran because we don't want them having nuclear bombs. We destroyed their nuclear facilities. We did that. We accomplished that. We. Who the fuck is we? Is the Truxton army involved in the Iranian war? Am I missing something here? The only we going on in the Truxton army is Jared Genesis urinating into a piss bottle because he's too lazy to leave his bedroom. That's the only weeing going on. And then, in the same live stream, he says, we have other issues to worry about. We have these demons called Democrats. We are fighting these demons called Democrats who are trying to destroy the country with illegal immigration. You're sitting there in Hamilton, Ontario, playing your Nintendo Switch. You're not involved in any fight against Democrats. The only person you're fighting is Robert at the front desk over who gets the last slice of Domino's pizza. You're not fighting Democrats. You're not allowed to go to your own sister's housewarming party. You're sure as fuck not showing up to the White House. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit. This guy's crazy. Like, literally, whatever the television whips him up into a frenzy over, he talks about the Democrats are destroying the country. Illegal immigration. They're going on murderous rampages. Well, isn't there like 20 million illegal immigrants in the United States? Well, there's only 14,000 murders for the year of 2025. It doesn't sound like there's a major illegal immigration murder crisis going on. I'm not defending illegal immigration, okay? I don't think illegal immigration is actually an issue in the United States. I think the number one issue in all of our white European legacy countries is immigration, full stop, period, not illegal immigration, okay? Just immigration in general, okay? And the number one driving force behind immigration into the United States, if you knew anything, is this asylum program in the United States, this wet foot, dry foot policy that was implemented in the 1960s by President John Kennedy, where it is written in legislation that anybody who enters the United States, whether by land or sea, claiming asylum, claiming to be a refugee, claiming to be fleeing war or anything else, anybody claiming that has to be admitted into the United States as an asylum seeker. Okay? So anybody doing that is not an illegal immigrant because they're following the legal process to enter the United States. That is the number one driving force behind immigration into the United States. That is why California is now minority European. Texas is 19% European, okay, white, 19% white in the school populations. Texas is destroyed, it's gone. Don't mess with Texas. Yeah, well, you got fucking wiped out without a single shot being fired, so some good your Second Amendment did there. But anyway, yeah, all the major states in the United States have been overrun with legal immigrants, and you're sitting there in Hamilton, Ontario, which is a overseas territory of India now. You have Chinese immigrants moving into Canada complaining because they walk down the street and they think they're in India. Meanwhile, you're sitting there talking about nonsense in Minnesota or whatever the hell. You're a loser. You don't know anything about Minnesota. The only thing you know about Minnesota, or you think you know, is whatever's presented to you on television. You're not there with boots on the ground observing things. You're whipped up into a frenzy over nuclear bombs. You know, the same way Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. Oh, wait, they didn't. And Iran has been 2 weeks away from having nuclear bombs for the past 15 years, apparently. You don't think their facilities are underground? You don't think they built their stuff inside mountains? You think they just keep their facilities out in the open? You think they keep their jets and their tanks just sitting there on tarmac to be surveilled and then just bombed? You think they're doing that? Because in 1943, the Minister for Armaments in Germany, called Albert Speer, moved all the weapons manufacturing underground into mountains where it was impenetrable to bombs. Okay, you don't think the Iranians have, thought of that? You moron. We destroyed their facilities. No, you didn't. You didn't do anything, and neither did Donald Trump, except stir up a hornet's nest. This is the end of our civilization, probably, okay? Unless they decide to cool things off and then do something later on. But I think this is the end, okay? You got losers like... Okay, I will just say this, okay? If this war is the end of the United States and you find yourself living in abject poverty, and I mean third world living conditions in the United States, just remember one thing. When you're walking down the street starving and you're angry and you're mad, just remember, Keith Elwood cheerleaded this on. Keith Elwood endorsed this, okay? And if you're a Latino and you're riled up because of, Latinos being racially targeted despite being legal citizens of the United States, if you're upset by that and you're angry by that, having your rights taken away in the name of stopping illegal immigration, if you're upset by that and you see this Keith Elwood, he cheered that on as well, okay? And I'm sure when you come across this loser in real life, there will be no sentimentality when you do what needs to be done.